First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. The defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Going to the ground. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Washington wants to go quickly.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
The RPO, it's complete. Breaks into the open. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Defensively, you know you're going up against one of the best receivers in the game. 4 vertical is something you've seen on film a lot, and defensively, you're going to have to mix and match your coverages to try to slow this dude down.
The Huskies are threatening on 1st and goal. Trying to power it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Washington.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's not going to take the touchback. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Snags it quickly on the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now, guys, when it comes to LSU, it has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Kennedy. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
That's a third down the offense simply had to have there. You're obviously trailing early in this game. You're trying to generate some momentum. So third down, defense is playing zone. You just got to find the soft spot in coverage, make it easy on your quarterback. Those two guys able to link up.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. There he goes. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
This defense knew coming in the offense was going to try to test them. They were going to try to take some shots vertically down the field. Defense was ready for that one.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
What a big third down stop for this defense. Man, they're in field goal range. What do? You push them out of range by getting pressure on the quarterback and, most importantly, getting that fast guy on the ground. He can make plays. He can get outside the pocket. Nice discipline, nice structure by this defense, and possibly taking points off the scoreboard.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, fourth and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last fourth down there.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Kennedy. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And here comes the offense on second down. Making side adjustments here. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Complete to the right. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
The jet sweep pass. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line.
Offense trying to go push pass on first down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration, and they get the tackle for loss.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. It's complete on the right side. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Osborne. Here he goes breaking the pocket. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to pass. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
In Baton Rouge, a huge third down coming up. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Trying to seal the edge on the right. The stop, the start, the juke, everything in the bag as he gets to the 29.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back, you better block the defensive end. That's priority number 1. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game on the toss play.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Off the play fake. A shot toward the end zone. Makes the catch. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown LSU! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at... Didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you've got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Osborne. Quickly out to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Sends it back in motion. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Going for 6. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Setting up the screen. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. A designed run for the quarterback. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, a couple of Mountain West teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Western Michigan is in front. They've been impressive today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is not a given. They're up by 7 over San Jose State. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, fellas, and we'll circle back if anything big happens.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
How about the big fella? I know this is not in his job description to pick off passes, but the eye-hand coordination, able to get his big paws up there, stabs it out of Aaron. It was like he was almost surprised he had the football. Just start rumbling and stumbling once he had possession.
And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a 1st and goal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Huskies. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game.
Oh, and the extra point is blocked. Now he can return this. The 50. He's at the 40. The 20. He takes it the distance, and you can give him 2.
I love the effort by the field goal unit. They don't just take the play off. They don't hang their heads. They rush the extra point. Look at that. Get their hand up, get a paw on it, pick it up, and take it all the way back for 2 points and gain some momentum for this defense.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going right to work up top. Finds his man down the middle. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And you see the wide receiver, he's got to push up field, make it look like he's going deep, but does a really good job sitting down on that curl, catching the ball, and then as soon as you catch that thing on that curl route, get upfield, get positive yards. Nice route by that wide receiver.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Shoots it to the left. Right on the money. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. That one comes out hot down the right side.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
He wants to change this route. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires on the move. Complete to the right. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. And back to the air on second down. Got enough space. And he'll be shoved out of bounds right at the 4-yard line.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter. Turning it on! Pass the sticks and still on his feet. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there and make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football, and they've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fast.
Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Hauls it in. And he is showing it all and finding ways to pick up yards. He's down to the 28.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
The Huskies can really attack on this second and short. Caught in the backfield, it's carry-on. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The noise level is relentless here on second down. They go to the ground. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. To the air, it's Osborne. He's got him still on his feet. Touchdown, Huskies. And they take it in for 6 more points.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on first down. Rolling right and going deep. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He is going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Turns it on in midfield. He's loose down the middle. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Rice has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside this building that hosted Super Bowl 8. They're up by 11 over Georgia Southern. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Respond to that last score. Get it out on the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. Washington right back to the line. Back to pass. It's Osborne. Here's a heat. Punch it out of the air. Oh, he's got some space. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
This time on target.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. They just keep firing. Finds his tight end. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. He's taking the shot. Makes the grab at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Huskies.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Now watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Kennedy. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
To the air on second down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, there's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
They'll go to the air on third and short. It's complete to the right. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you throw into running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Using the quick game. Breaks into the open. Touchdown LSU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
They'll try to get the two-point conversion here and make it a three-point game. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And he is brought down, but what a way to finish this quarter with the pick. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Looking to pass. It's Osborne. Here's the pressure. And he'll just get rid of that one.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got the back over the middle. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Osborne. Zings it complete to the right. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Play action on first down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Just a short pass to the tight end. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
And that's That's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
And the Huskies in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. Snagged out of the air. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
On first and goal, let's see what Washington does. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Yeah, I think my thought process needs to be points are good. Because if I get a field goal here, that's fine. I take the lead by more than a field goal. They got to go the length of the field. But I also want to run this clock, let it continue to work. But the goal is to get a touchdown. So let's see what this offense dials up next.
To the air, it's Osborne. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it for the touchdown, and that one just might do it.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Rice has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside this building that hosted Super Bowl 8. They're up by 11 over Georgia Southern. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man on the right. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that. But Palmer, it's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account, and it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
Pass to 45. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Well, this situation in the game, trailing with not a lot of time left, I understand going to the sideline to try and save clock, but you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. Don't be afraid to use those. You can attack the middle of the field, use the timeouts to save the clock that way.
He'll take a shot. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion now setting up third down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you.
A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it for the late touchdown, but probably a little too late, barring just an epic finish.
You get the touchdown, but there's not a lot of time left, so you need to get the onside kick. You may have time for one more play, one shot to throw it in the end zone and somehow see if you can steal this game.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. Here's the situation. First, they have to recover the onside kick, then maybe time for a play or two. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.